Unfortunately, scammers are everywhere these days, no matter what platform you are on, whether it's eBay, Mercari, or even Poshmark. It's important that we stay vigilant and protect ourselves from these malicious schemes. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks for avoiding Etsy scams so that you can keep your online reselling business running. Welcome back to our newest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Perry, content creator of Vendu and part-time reseller. And today we're going to talk about how to avoid Etsy scams. But first, let me invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload videos every Friday and they're all related to scaling your reselling business, vendor product tips, and community updates. My number one advice is to know Etsy's policies. As a seller or a buyer on Etsy, it's important to understand the platform's policies clearly. So familiarizing yourself with Etsy's terms of service, shipping policies, and return and refund policies, this can help you avoid any misunderstandings or conflicts down the line. My second advice is to only communicate using Etsy's messaging system. Not only does this keep all of your conversations in one place, but it also ensures Etsy has a thorough record of all of your conversation just in case there is a dispute between you and the customer. In the unfortunate event that you do need to report a scam, having a clear and concise paper trail that Etsy can fully access will make the process much smoother and more efficient. Now, which brings me into my third advice, which is to avoid asking for personal information. Now, it may be tempting to ask for potential buyers for their email address or their cell phone number so you can quickly communicate with them. But doing this not only exposes you to a potential scam, but also you are going against Etsy's terms and conditions. Number 4, don't make or take payments outside of Etsy. Not only you are violating Etsy's TOS, but you're also leaving without the protection of the platform. So while it can be tempting to save on fees or avoid certain limitations, remember that checks can bounce, cash can be fraudulent, and PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo may even facilitate a chargeback. Number 5, shipping to a different address. Now, this could be a simple mistake from the buyer's side, but just as a precaution, you want to explain to the buyer why you want to cancel their order, and they would need to resubmit an order with the correct shipping address. And if you have a buyer that suddenly requests for an address change right after you marked the item shipped, that is a huge red flag and you should really take that into account. Speaking of shipping, number 6 is always double check the tracking number whenever a buyer claims that they did not receive the package. In this scenario, what I would do is remain in communication with the buyer and let them know that to give it about 2 or 3 business days, as sometimes the USPS does have a habit of clicking delivered, but it's actually not delivered yet. So it's always a good practice to have. But after the 3 days, then what you would have to do is unfortunately file a claim with USPS and refund the buyer. As an Etsy seller, it is not unusual to be asked for free products to use for charity events or for influencers or content creators or bloggers to give you a glowing review in exchange for a free product. You would have to do your due diligence on researching this charity. If you receive such a request on Etsy, politely inform them that you have commitments to local charities and you have already set your budget. If the request is authentic, they will understand and you can avoid those trying to take advantage of you. Now, for those fake influencers, content creators, or bloggers, Again, do your due diligence on researching them, look them up on social media to see if they have high engagement. Don't be fooled by millions of followers that they have, because you can actually buy followers for social media. However, if the person is legit, then I would recommend offering them a discount code or some sort of affiliate link instead of giving them a free product. Now, my last advice on how to avoid an Etsy scam is when a buyer wants to do a return and wants a refund, make sure you receive the items back before issuing a refund. Now, this may be a common practice. However, there are scammers that are always on the lookout for easy targets who are typically new sellers that gets nervous when it comes to doing returns or filing a return. All right, and that's what I have for you today. Again, thank you for watching this edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.